It's important for us to realize and believe that our emotions are all basically good. Some feelings are easy, like joy, gratitude, affection, and some are difficult, like anger, hurt, jealousy, anxiety. In either case, we need to be in touch with these feelings, to feel, deal, and reveal them. There is no sin in what we feel. Sin is only in our behavior that is malicious or destructive. Of all the emotions, anger is the most misunderstood. We grew up with negative attitudes about anger. Anger can be a virtue or it can be a vice. It's a vice when we bury it, afraid of it, feel guilty about it. It's a virtue when we can feel comfortable with it and express it in an appropriate way. The common breakdown in all relationships, especially marriage and family, is usually due to poor communication. And the key factor is that anger is usually not being expressed. When we bury our angry feelings, we bury a lot of other feelings with it. We fear anger, so we fear it's a sin. We're going to lose control of ourselves. We're going to hurt others. But above all, we fear anger because we fear conflict. But we can't have healthy relationships, especially in marriage and family, unless we allow fair conflict. And therefore, I can state categorically, after all my years of counseling, that more marriages are dying from silence and not violence. We tend to confuse conflict, fair conflict, that is, with violence. When we don't express anger in an appropriate manner, we build up walls of coldness. We distance ourselves from one another. We feel no warmth or closeness. And in marriage, eventually, the sexual relationship disappears. Resentment is like a cancer that eats away at our relationships. It's dangerous to us physically, emotionally, and spiritually. It erodes our relationships and also can go the other way and lead to explosive behavior. In close relationships, we need to share on all levels of joy and pain. Without honest communication, we can't build trust. And without trust, we won't attain intimacy. And what is intimacy? Intimacy means I can love you and I can be angry with you at the same time. Appropriate anger clarifies what we think and feel. It helps us to cooperate and compromise with one another. It makes our communication more effective, and it strengthens our commitment with one another. When we turn to the Bible, we hear that God is described as being angry with the chosen people on countless occasions. We read the Psalms, and we find much anger expressed in those Psalms. When we turn to the life of Christ, we see that he is angry with the disciples. He goes into the temple and is angry with those who are buying and selling. He's constantly angry with the scribes and Pharisees. When we accept our anger and can deal with our anger, then we can deal with the anger of others. When we allow our anger to feel it and be comfortable with it, to deal with it and understand it, to reveal it and express it appropriately, then we can understand that anger is truly a virtue.